Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is HDTGeorge. If you would, please below me down here, like and subscribe. This is the audio TWAB for November the 4th, 2021. As always, no opinions, no hot takes, just the words of the TWAB. This week at Bungie, we set our sights on a slew of Bungie bounties. While we may be sad that Festival of the Lost is concluded, Lord Saladin is having a bit of fun. Iron Banner is back, and a little brighter than what you may remember. A pesky little bug prevented the Iron Forerunner sets from lighting with a brilliant flame during our first Iron Banner event of the season. Now, as many players have discovered, these armor sets burn brightly during Iron Banner weeks. Whether you equip this armor or use synthweave to apply the look, pieces with the Iron Banner sigil now light in a brilliant flame when Iron Banner is active. Mix and match your favorite shaders and exotics to make some sweet looks. Complete matches, turn in tokens, and complete your weekly bounties for chances at high stat rolls on these armor pieces. While Trials is on a short hiatus for Iron Banner Week, we do have some details from the team on matchmaking. We are also announcing 2 weeks of Bungie bounties, inviting you to share your stories for the Heroes Welcome campaign, refreshing our Prime Rewards offerings, and more. Testing the waters. Last weekend, we tried out some changes to matchmaking in Trials of Osiris. We shifted to a system that put some focus on overall wins, pushing players into different buckets depending on how much they had played and won on a given weekend. While we are incredibly happy with the amount of data we were able to collect, this matchmaking system did not meet the goals that we had established last Thursday. As we continue to hone in on what settings we would like for Trials overall, we appreciate all who have been hopping in for a few cards and sounding off with feedback. Pairing data with player feedback and experiences is key to continued success. Today, the team will be going through our findings and speaking to some upcoming changes when Trials returns on November 12th. Team. Hey everyone. Thanks for participating in our latest experiment in Trials matchmaking. Sometimes you learn more when things don't go well than you do when everything is perfect. Last week, we talked about balancing match outcomes, blowouts versus close matches, with matchmaking times. Compared to 3 weeks ago, average matchmaking time was up by about 10 seconds, but if you were on the bleeding edge of win counts, your matchmaking times could easily be anywhere from 2 minutes to over 5. Overall games played was down about 33%. Blowout rate went up slightly to 28%. Solo play went up a bit, and fireteam play, either exclusively or part-time, went down by about a third. Low to average skilled players played about the same or a bit more, whereas high skilled players played significantly less, with the highest skilled cohort playing 2 hours less on average than in previous weeks, a number that has otherwise been very consistent in most revamp weeks, as well as most weeks in the previous seasons. While there are some positives, most of the data is either negative or neutral. Combined with the feedback on social media channels, this has fueled our decision to move back to purely card-based matchmaking with a flawless pool for the foreseeable future. Tune in next week for a Trials Labs pre-brief and details on some other plans we have for the mode between now and the Witch Queen. Bounty tables. It has been a while since our last round of Bungie bounties. If you're new around these parts, here's a quick rundown. Every so often, we set our sights on specific members of the community and issue a challenge. If you match against them, do everything in your power to steal the win from their clutches. If you match with them on your fire team, watch their back and help them to achieve victory. Whether they be on your team or against you, winning the match will result in a fancy emblem being granted to your account. This bounty is a worldwide affair. We have selected numerous participants from regions around the globe. Below, you will find a variety of bounty tables with targets, dates, times, and platforms. We highly recommend joining these streams to meet said targets and to have some fun in the chats. As a note, this bounty will also be split between Crucible and Gambit. Each participating community member will announce which mode they're playing at the top of their playtime, so tune in to find out. What follows is a list of streamers and the times that they will be playing. Good luck to all who are on the hunt. With a combination of luck and skill, you could find yourself claiming one of these bounties and claiming the rare emblem as a reward. Only time will tell. Heroes welcome. Earlier this week, we put out a question to you on social media. What are the most heroic Destiny 2 moments you've experienced? Do you have any fond memories of times where you or a fire team member saved the day moments before wiping in a nightfall? How about something Crucible related, like a massive kill streak that saved your team from a loss? Gambit is up for grabs too, whether it be a teammate melting a boss or taking out an invader. Whatever your story may be, all heroes are welcome. Shoot us a tweet tagged with #D2HeroStories. We'd love to use them to inspire new players as they join Destiny 2 for the first time. If you have videos, screenshots, or art, be sure to include them. A prime cup of tea. Here in the Seattle area, things are getting cold. Even as I sit here writing up the TWAB, I have buried myself in multiple layers, a blanket, and a robe for extra warmth. You know what would be nice right now? A warm cup of maple tea. Don't we have an emote in the game that is called cup of tea or something like that? I bet some Guardians would love to get warmed up in game with one of those. And with that, I segue into our refreshed Prime Gaming Rewards, which includes the aforementioned emote. Cup of tea, exotic emote. The Grateful Crane, exotic sparrow. Intrepid Shell, exotic ghost shell. Technical Meltdown, legendary ship. If you are interested in owning the above listed items, make sure to sign up for Prime Rewards. Stop by our Prime Gaming Guide for steps on how to sign up. Player support has got your back. +1 again. It's not every day that we get to introduce a new member of the community team to our fans, but it seems that we are on a 2 TWAB streak. Last week, Hippie joined our ranks to help bolster our efforts in serving a worldwide community. Today, we are introducing you to Sam, also known as Queen Bartley in many social spaces. And although her home state is cold and dark, her heart is warm as ever. She will be tackling feedback, writing bugs and blogs, and doing all the things you would expect from our community team. Here's a little bit about herself, straight from her own keyboard. Sam. Hi Guardians, my name is Sam, and I am so excited to be the next Guardian joining the Bungie community team. Bungie captured my gaming heart back in 2001 with Halo, and has helped introduce me to so many incredible humans, including my best friends and my husband. My job here is to share your thoughts, dreams, and ideas with the team while tirelessly searching for a way to convince the dev team to use some space magic and put my full auto Hawksaw from Destiny 1 in my vault. I am stoked to be here and alongside all of you, whether it be in the tower, having a dance party, or in a fire team where you're reviving me for the 30th time in the Corrupted. And as Warlock main, not sorry, I have a feeling Liana and I will be giggling into the darkness together every time we have to do a jumping puzzle. I cannot wait to chat with you all more. While it may be a bit before she writes her first TWAB, she already has some advantages with how much time she spends in Destiny and among the community. If you see her in patrol, do not hesitate to emote and give her a warm welcome. It bears repeating, Cosmo and I will not be going anywhere anytime soon. We are excited to double our team in size to tackle the everyday challenges of community management with a player base as large as Destiny's. Hotfixing. These past few seasons have felt great between the awesome content that the team has been shipping and the frequency of patches and hotfixes we've been able to deliver. No matter how good someone might be when crafting new experiences, a few bugs will always slip through. We have another hotfix prepped to ship next week, and our player support team has details on the timeline. This is their report. Hotfix 3.3.1.3. On Tuesday, November 9th, Destiny 2 is scheduled to undergo maintenance in preparation for Destiny 2 Hotfix 3.3.1.3. Below is a timeline of events. Please note that times may be subject to change during this maintenance period. 5 a.m. Pacific, 1300 UTC, maintenance will begin. 5:45 a.m. Pacific, 1345 UTC, players will be removed from activities. Destiny 2 will be brought offline. 9 a.m. Pacific, 1700 UTC, Hotfix 3.3.1.3 will be available across all platforms and regions. Players will be able to log back into Destiny 2. 10 a.m. Pacific, 1800 UTC, Destiny 2 maintenance is expected to conclude. For more information, please visit our Destiny server and update status page. Upcoming extended downtime. In addition to Hotfix 3.3.1.3 taking extended downtime, we will also be taking extended downtime on November 16th and November 30th. Known issues. While we continue investigating various known issues, here's a list of the latest issues that were reported to us in our #help forum. Points from the Boosted Vanguard 5 streak aren't consistent, going back and forth between 269 and 270 points. Telesto's bolts sometimes stick around after detonating, allowing them to detonate again. Some players can equip Year 1 faction ornaments that were turned into universal ornaments because they didn't reach the proper rank in the season the ornaments were earned in. Polish players are getting confused and using the Frenzy perk with the Rampage spec weapon mod because we didn't update the Rampage spec mod title with the new name for the Rampage perk. The Cosmodrome Patrol's bounty has a misspelling of Cosmodrome in the description. Fog on the Widow's Court Crucible map appears different for players. The Iron Banner sigil from the Iron Forerunner armor doesn't light up in flames when used on Trials of Osiris armor. The We Are Enough triumph doesn't unlock for players who complete Override Last City. For a full list of emergent issues in Destiny 2, players can review our Known Issues article. Players who observe other issues should report them to our #help forum. That was a hard nightfall. The Corrupted was featured as the Grandmaster Nightfall last week. Even for the most knowledgeable Guardians, this strike can prove tricky. Many were able to break through and earn an adept hothead, but many found themselves asking how to overcome the challenge. I'm not ashamed to admit that I fell to the final boss a few times. We'll get it clear next time it's featured. Until then, there are numerous guides to watch and crazy videos of boss burns to study. Movie of the Week. That's one way to solve a Grandmaster. Movie of the Week. Don't play with your food. If you'd like to submit a video to be featured in a future TWAB, make sure to tag it with hashtag MOTW. PvP montages, fun PvE moments, and everything in between are welcome. The art must flow. Artist of the Week. When it comes to our community, art isn't confined to a single medium. Digital art, oil paintings, handcrafted treats, armor-clad cosplayers. We've seen so many wonderful works over the years. It's always a pleasure to feature some in this space. Art of the Week, Sister of Shapes. Art of the Week, Hunter Cosplay. If you'd like to show us your awesome work, make sure to tag it with hashtag Destiny2Art or hashtag DestinyArt on social media. So a few people have reminded me that our 30th anniversary pack and a slick new hunter set with a yellow beanie is releasing less than 5 weeks. It's already November. What? I can't keep track of where the time is going. Whatever happened to 2020? It feels like just yesterday I was stuffing ridiculous amounts of bread into my mouth for charity. That was ages ago. Is it possible that eating bread makes time go faster? The next few TWABs should be a fun time. We'll have more details on upcoming trials labs, a kickoff of sandbox conversations in preparation for the December patch, and more. Until next time, I'll be capping some zones in Iron Banner. See you in the wild. Cheers. DMG04. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. My name is HDTGeorge. If you would please reach down below this video, like and subscribe. If you'd like to follow me across all social media at HDTGeorge. And as always, remember, fight the status quo.